Now at 6:30, we continue the conversation about the homeless crisis in our area. It'll take work on many different fronts to tackle homelessness, but one part of the solution is the creation of affordable housing.
Yes, and if you want to build affordable housing, you need land, and that's where churches and faith communities are stepping in. They are some of the biggest landowners in the state, and they are leveraging their power to help.
But I like the West Coast.
Army veteran John Brister moved into this one-bedroom apartment a few months ago after time in temporary housing and 11 years on the streets. He lives next door to Portsmouth Union Church, and he has been toying with the idea of going over to visit.
Part of it's spiritual, yeah, and, gratitude.
In a general way, Brister knows that church members help provide the affordable housing that he lives in.
It was not actually a part of the conditional use allowances to build affordable housing on faith land.
Julia Nielsen was pastor at Portsmouth as it struggled to build this 20-unit affordable housing complex. The church worked with lawmakers to get state law and city code changed. In 2021, the legislature helped clear the way. Senate Bill 8 required cities to authorize affordable housing projects on certain land not zoned for residential use.
It's gotten a lot easier over the last 8 years, and there's been sort of a groundswell.
Nielsen left her position at Portsmouth and works full-time now with an organization that guides congregations through the process of building affordable housing.
Really inspired by other churches.
Christ United Methodist Church in Cedar Mill just completed a $23 million 54-unit affordable housing campus on church property off Northwest Saltzman Road.
I think it's such a witness to what communities can do together.
Financed in part by Metro bond funds, Washington County funds, and private loans, the building will offer low rents, which tenants can pay in part through government-issued vouchers. The church co-owns this property with the developer.
The big surprise to me over my course of service to Washington County is how much of a partner the faith community is, and how in donating this part of their land to this project, they're co-owners here, but in that proposition, we found a partner that I didn't expect to find.
60 to 70% of our places are ripe for these types of developments, opportunities to partner with municipalities and developers and others who are interested in solving this housing crisis.
We have so many resources, not a lot of money, but land and people. And we're in neighborhoods where there's a lot of need for housing.
At last check, Nielsen says she has 82 church properties, with owners inquiring about building. 12 are active construction sites, representing 450 soon-to-be available housing units.
I believe faith communities can probably solve the housing crisis, at least the land lack crisis that the governor has been talking about, because we have so much land.
Developers such as Home First specialize in helping faith communities navigate the complicated process of building affordable housing.
I don't know where else I would want to do this job other than Oregon. We've got such a supportive legislature and governor's office, and then jurisdictions all across the state are actively saying we want affordable housing, and they're considering what incentives they can do to make it work.
Mountain County, it was, man, I tell you, I fell in love with it.
John Brister knows he is the beneficiary of the work of many people. The obvious thing he's gained is a home, but he says the whole process has also taught him gratitude.
I couldn't understand what that was until I started experiencing things that allowed me to be grateful and say, oh, that's what they meant, you know.
So one of the challenges that congregations are still facing now is pre-development costs. We're told that it could cost anywhere from like $25,000 to $150,000 to determine if a piece of land is suitable for building, and a lot of congregations don't have that kind of money. So that's one area that's still being worked out.